I say that because we always try to address real family.
Good evening.
Assalamu alaikum, Shabbat Shalom, and peace to all. Welcome to the Islamic Center of Minnesota's 15th annual Interfaith Iftar. For those wondering, Iftar is the meal that is anxiously awaited by those who have endured a long day of abstinence from food, drink, and all worldly distractions. This meal is best enjoyed and most blessed when it is shared with others. In Islam, the family and the community are sacred. So we are very happy and honored to have you present with us this evening. We have all pledged to make your visit pleasant, enjoyable, and memorable. My humble role this evening is to introduce a man who has dedicated himself so actively and so unselfishly to the cause of peace and reconciliation of the religious entities in the Twin Cities and beyond. That man is Dr. Hamdi al-Sawaf. He is known by most as the Imam of Masjid Al-Iman, but he has multiple affiliations, and he is the most tireless person I've ever met. I would love to share with you a brief biography of our beloved Dr. Hamdi. Dr. Hamdi came to us from the ancient land of Egypt, where he attended his local schools before entering Ain Shams University, a huge university with many locations all over the city of Cairo. Dr. Hamdi earned a BA degree in psychology from this esteemed university. He later came to the United States and earned an MA and PhD, also in psychology, from our esteemed University of Minnesota. As Dr. Hamdi embarked on the professional path that led him to where he is today, he served as a professor at the Islamic American University in Southfield, Michigan, an adjunct professor at MCTC Minneapolis, an adjunct professor at North Hennepin Community College, an adjunct professor at Luther Seminary, instructor in the Middle East Studies Department, the African American and African Studies Department, and the Educational Psychology Department of the University of Minnesota. And finally, as a research specialist for the National Center for Educational Outcome and the Institute for Community Integration, both at the University of Minnesota. Dr. Hamdi eventually found his calling in serving the psychological and religious needs of the community that he grew to love. He is currently a psychotherapist at the Family Counseling Center, but he also participates in various organizations and initiatives, such as Healing Resources for Refugees, the Minnesota Council of Churches, and Refugee Services, all in Minneapolis. If that isn't enough, Dr. Hamdi is the founder and CEO of Al-Wafa Center for Human Services, founder and president of the Islamic Center of Minnesota, co-founder of the Islamic Jurisprudence Council of Minnesota. He serves on the advisory board of the Muslim Christian Dialogue Center at St. Thomas University, and he is a member of the Twin Cities Interfaith Network, the Downtown Senior Clergy Council, and the University of Minnesota Ministry Coalition. Dr. Hamdi also finds time to serve as the senior imam of the Islamic Community Center of Minnesota, Masjid Al-Iman. He lectures on Islam in schools, churches, synagogues, hospitals, and clinics. He is an active participant in interfaith dialogues, Dr. Hamdi is frequently sought out by the news media for his comments on Islam and Muslims. Finally, in continuously seeking to improve his knowledge and expertise, Dr. Hamdi has earned certificates in Covey leadership, the 7 habits of highly effective people, and is a Covey leadership certified trainer. So, almost need a break after saying that. Without further delay, I'd like to bring our speaker and MC all rolled into one, Dr. Hamdi El-Sawaf.
As a matter of fact, after Brother Farouk spoke, I shouldn't be speaking. You know me enough, so I don't have to add anything. Unless you would give me the permission to share some thoughts about Ramadan, about Islam in general, and about us Muslims here in Minnesota and Muslims in North America. My dear Brother Farouk, thank you so much. I really appreciate what you have said about me. Though till about 5:30 today, he and I were exchanging an email to revise what he said, to find out how he can condense it in like a couple of minutes or 3 minutes. He had already an access of about 11, 12 pages about myself. But if he can share with you all of those things, so no food tonight, we're not going to eat, we're going to spend the whole night talking about me, and we'll be defeating the purpose of being all together. So he did a wonderful job. Thank you so much, my dear Brother Farouk. He did not say anything about himself. Brother Farouk is one of the most effective people in education in Minnesota. As a teacher of chemistry for so many years, many generations, many students have graduated learning from him a lot. Now teaching and is about to retire at South or Washburn. He relates to his students not only in a matter of teaching, not only in a matter of chemistry, not only in a matter of education, but relate to them in a very unusual way, which I love so much. They speak, communicate, advise, counsel his students, never let it go if any one of them would have any issue or any problem or any challenge. So he's doing really well, and I wish for all teachers in not only Minnesota but all over North America would be doing as he does. Thank you so much again, my dear Brother Farouk. Contributing to our center, very generous, very dedicated. Do not spare any time if he does have the time to come and help, as many have been doing volunteers in here, and I would call all of them to recognize all of them. Can I ask our dear brothers and sisters who are volunteering here at the Islamic Community Center of Minnesota, Masjid Al-Iman, and I'm not going to tell you what they have been doing, but the least I can say, they prepare that food that we're going to eat. We will not cater from anywhere. May God forgive me, you forgive me. I don't believe in catering, but I believe in homemade, especially from those wonderful volunteers. Would you please stand up? All of you. Volunteers. Back there. No, stand up. Stand up. Stand up. are the people who are behind many things done in this center. Not only the food, but we do not have anyone who is employed here in this center, including me. I'm a volunteer imam. We do everything together. We sweep the floor together, we clean the bathroom together, we cook, we do everything. This is a model we decided to have it to be based on volunteering. As we believe that Minnesota is number what in volunteering nationwide. Does anyone know?
One.
Number one. You should be very proud of that. So we want to contribute to this as well. Thank you so much again, Nadine, for your wonderful job, for everything you've been doing here. Without you, that center would never be surviving the way it should now. And let me also welcome any clergy who came representing their organization. Would you please stand up? Clergy. Clergy. We have more. We have more. Stand up. Dr. Johnson, aren't you representing?
I'm not, I'm on the diversity committee for my church, but I'm not.
But he is also a professor of psychology at Bethel University. Thank you so much for coming. All of you, I wish I could call all the names and welcome you individually, but thank you so much for coming to participate in that wonderful Ramadan Iftar. Cynthia, representing the Minnesota Council of Churches, have been working so hard in that wonderful program, what they call it?
Taking heart.
Taking Heart. Cynthia is going to talk to you about that program in more details and share with you some thoughts as well. Cynthia.
I'm just supposed to thank Hamdi for hosting. I'm Cynthia Bronson-Swigert. I have to say, I love the fact that you began with thanking your volunteers. I think that's wonderful. We in the church could do more of that, I think. I just want to say that this is the 4th year that I've been what they call the Taking Heart organizer, but it's a program that actually has been in existence for about 12 years. And last year there were 23 mosques or Islamic centers that put on these special iftars, and about a total of 1,400 people went through. This year there are 26 dinners, so we don't know yet how many people will pass through these events. But it's a real joy for me to try and attend as many of them as I can. I can't go to all 26. I haven't figured out how to bilocate myself yet. But to see the breadth and the diversity of the Muslim community here is so wonderful. Just really very special. And I have to say, and this is all I'm going to say, 3 years ago, this was my first iftar ever. And the food, just the best.
Very dedicated, hardworking. I know her for so many years, and she loves to do that. And as all of you do, the work for the sake of him, and for the sake of the community, is very, very valuable things all of us should believe in and capitalize in. Few notes, make sure that you do have the program in front of you, so follow exactly by time, because here time is so important. Because when it comes to us Muslims are fasting, sometimes we break our fasting, we're not going to delay this even for a fraction of a second. Fasting, since it's down to dust, and so we have to do it. And my apology if I keep you waiting for us to have the meal with us at that time, 8:41. Hopefully we're not starving you today. Hopefully. But we really appreciate you coming and participating with us in having you with us to celebrate. So you do have the program in front of you. Please remind me if I'm exceeding my limits in time. Say, stop in here. Enough of you. I need to ask you a question. We need to grill you with our questions. You do have in front of you Discover Islam. If you like it, take it, read it, contemplate on it. If you don't like it, just leave it. Just leave it. And I'm not asking anyone to pay for it. It's for free. All right? At the back table there, you will find a copy of the translated Quran. They have it reviewed in Arabic language, has been translated to all languages. That English language copy is available for you. Back there, if you're interested to have a copy, please do so. And again, it is for free, and you don't have to pay anything for it. And you don't have to take anyone with you. If you want to look at it to see how it looks, that is fine. So these are few things I just wanted to share with you at the beginning. Ramadan, month of Ramadan, and I'm sure, if not, all of you, the majority of you do know a lot about it. But let me share something with you very quick in order to let you be aware of how we're taking that month of Ramadan, how we're celebrating this, what is the belief system behind it, what do we gain out of it, what is the purpose of fasting the month of Ramadan, and so on and so forth. How it is related to the teaching of Islam in general. It is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. Islam, we have 5 pillars. We have what we call it in Arabic, the Shahada, or the testimony. We will witness that there is no God worthy of worship except Him, and we will not take any partners or associate with Him. The second part of that testimony is to believe in Muhammad, peace be upon him, as a messenger and as a prophet, and the seal of all prophets and messengers, peace and blessings of God be upon all of them, from Adam and Eve, anyone in between, till Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad. First pillar of Islam, we have to believe that, and we have to practice it. Second one is the prayer, the 5 daily prayers. It has been ordained on us in that wonderful program. Every day, take a break from all of the materialistic aspects of life and be indulged in that prayer, in that window of time for the first one, second, third, fourth, and fifth, in order to relax, in order to communicate with our Creator, in order to ask Him for whatever we wanted to ask Him, in order to humble ourselves, especially when it comes to having our forehead touching the ground, coming back, related to people around us, deal with them the best way and pray. Third one is the fasting of the month of Ramadan. As a matter of fact, the first pillar of Islam since day one of the birth of Islam was there. Prayer was prescribed 12 years later. Don't ask me why. I'm not the one who did. Ask him. But Muslims were not ready. It was for a wisdom to dedicate themselves for that 5 daily prayers and to benefit from it and to adhere into it. It is difficult. A lot of challenges. Many of the disbelievers around them worshiping idols, when they see them worshiping something, they'll say, what are you doing? Now you got to be killed. You got to be persecuted. So later, it was prescribed 12 years later, during that wonderful journey of the Prophet of Islam, Muhammad, that miracle, when he traveled from Mecca to Jerusalem, to Al-Quds, to Palestine, from there to the heavens, and meet his Lord there, and then coming back to Mecca. At that time, that was a reward for him, working so hard for those 12 years, and the gift for his followers was the prayer. The third one, fast in the month of Ramadan, almost 14 years later, even after the migration from Mecca to Al-Madinah, as the second home of Islam, to establish the Muslim community under the leadership of Muhammad. Now, for you Muslims, it is the month of Ramadan, fasting from dawn to dusk, and we tell you what to do. We'll come to those details. Some people will ask, why after those so many years? When you are indulging in specific things to prepare yourself in programming, in studying, in establishing a business, you have to have a plan, and you have to have specific steps to go through. You cannot go to step number 7 at the beginning instead of number 1. You have to go 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth, in a very, very systematic way. Preparing Muslims at that time to have the adherence to God Almighty as one, and then the prayer, now you're ready for fasting. You give up food, drink, you totally abstain from food. Yet, if you study their life at that time, they were already fasting. They did not have even the basic needs of their life, but they were struggling and struggling. But fasting. Why? We'll come to the details. But I'm sharing with you the time and the timing of when it was prescribed to them. And after that, it was the prescribing of the zakat, and the 4th pillar of Islam, which is the charitable contribution, your donation, your contribution to your organization, to your mosque, to your center, to those who are in need, to those who are, by the end of the day, never have any piece of food to eat or any water or to drink. So you contribute, you help them. You have been dedicated to help those who are in need and those who are. And then the 5th pillar of Islam for those who are mentally and financially able to perform what we call it Hajj. Every year, at least 3 million Muslims from all over the world will go back to the birthplace of Islam, Mecca, perform Hajj in a very humble, very simple way, along with everyone, no differences whatsoever, wearing the same piece of cloth, very, very expensive, and most of the time when they are walking barefoot. Remind them, this dunya, this world, what it has nothing, but you will be leaving, and will be leaving everything behind you. It's a good reminder. And be together, see everyone, those we haven't think of meeting them at all, so during that Hajj time, you'll be there. Once a lifetime for those who are able and capable of performing the Hajj. All of the 5 pillars of Islam as a comprehensive way of life work together in order to help me manage my life, in order to help me find a good relationship between me and my Creator, good relationship between me and my spouse, me and my children, me and my extended family members, me and my neighbors, me and everyone around me, my classmates, my co-workers, to develop that wonderful and a great relationship. Because if you look for a definition for Islam in general, you'll find it in one word. Only one word, not 2, not 3. One word. Ad-Dinu al-Mu'amala. The religion of Islam is how you relate to people, how you communicate with people, how to take care of people around you. That's it. So you learn all of this from that comprehensive way of what Islam is telling us, whether it is the testimony, or the salah, prayer, or the fasting, or zakat, charitable contribution, or pilgrimage. Now, when it comes to siyam, why are you fasting? A lot of people ask us in a very, very honest way, or even ask our children at school. You know, some teachers would, or even some classmates say, are you starving yourself to death? And you stand it down to dust, and done now is what time?
6.
4 o'clock. And you break your fast in what time? 8:41 today. How many hours? My dear brother Charlie is saying a lot. Charlie, how many hours? You have the pen, you have the pencil, you have the
14.
how many hours?
14. 14 plus.
No food, no drink? Yes. Yes. It is the belief, number 1. It is the God's order, number 2. It is my Islam I have to adhere to. And it is also beyond all of these. I would love to train myself as hard as I can, have that discipline if I can say no to my biological needs, food and drink, I can train myself easily to say no to many other things in my life. Drugs, no. Violence, no. Be a bad person to people around you, no. Always be good. I train myself, I have that discipline. And no one, by the way, is forcing me to do it. It's a very, very secretive act of worship. I can leave all of you right now, go to this kitchen, lock myself out, have a good meal, or a snack, or some dates, as you will see, come back pretending that I'm fasting. I'm fasting. Once in a while, go have lunch, somewhere, or a snack, or have a sip of water, and I'm fasting. No. You take upon yourself that dedication, that commitment. It teaches me a lot. How am I committed to many things in my life to do, as I am committed to the fasting of the month of Ramadan. I did it also as an act of worship, as long as God has prescribed upon me to do it, as it was prescribed upon many nations before us. We're not the only ones, Muslim, but before that, with almost all the prophets and messengers, they have that type of fasting. Yet, it has been denied somehow, but in different shades, and in different ways. Okay, you know what I'm saying. I don't have to go in detail. So it is not something new. It is maybe with a new shape, with a new form, with a new identity. But we do it. When I'm hungry, when I'm thirsty, what kind of feeling you have? Think of great or not only thousands, but millions of people, especially children. Let me repeat it, especially children, all over the world, even including here in this country. By the end of the day, they will never have a piece of bread to eat or a sip of water to drink. Can I share with you some statistics? We're doing something within our wonderful organization, Interfaith, a multi-faith one, the Downtown Senior Clergy Council, representative from those churches, synagogues, and us, working in a homelessness project for so many years to help homeless people. For so many years we're talking, we're educating ourselves, we're discussing things. But we said, no, enough of this. Let's move on to have our faith in action. The first project came up, help those homeless people. By the way, this year, we took advantage of the Super Bowl event. Are you aware of that? We were able to raise, we have a target, to raise some funds for that project. Our target was 1 million. We raised 1.2 million for the homelessness project. Us, synagogues, churches, Jewish people, Christian people, and Muslims, and anyone else who would like to contribute. The reason I'm mentioning this to you, because recently I have read by my own eyes in the Southern Tribune, the majority of those homeless people all over the world are, does anyone know? Students. Students. 24% of homeless people are students. 26% out of those 24% of the students, by the end of the day, they will never have any piece of bread to eat. In America, I'm not talking about Africa or Asia. No, here. And to be honest, I'm still kind of wondering how this is happening here. I visited many states. The last visit for me and my wife was in California, and I told my son to take me for a tour, and mainly in the back of my mind to see how many homeless people I can see there in the street. I was shocked. I was shocked. The many of people living in the street there. For me as a Muslim, when I'm fasting, how do you feel about those who are hungry? How you help them? How you support them? How you dedicate to them? How you find a way from whatever God has given to you to help those people? The only way we found it as Muslims, when you feel that pinch of hunger and thirst, you have to experience it. Yet, it is available for you. You can have it anyway, but you say, no, I want to feel it. I want to experience it. I want to know what is going on. And this would motivate me, would help me, go help those who are in need. And by the way, when I'm helping those who are in need, wallahi, and I'm making this oath by God Almighty, it is not for my money. Those some people say, I'm employed, I work for it, I work so hard, this is my money. This is not your money. This is what God has bestowed upon you. He has given you the sustenance to keep going, to live. So you're taking out of that money He has given to you, yes, you work for it, and you share it with those who are in need. This is the philosophy of the teaching of Islam. This is how we learn it. It is not, oh, let's have a fundraising, for this, It would be good. It would be in your tax return. It would, you know what I mean? Sometimes even some people would argue with us Muslims, say, you pay zakat, you pay that charitable contribution, and so on and so forth. Why? Aren't you paying taxes? I say, yeah, we're paying taxes. We honor it. We love to do it. But those taxes are going to whom? Uncle Sam. Right? And we're not sure whether Uncle Sam is taking care of, Dr. Johnson is in Africa, taking care of those homeless people or not. But it is my responsibility, regardless. My zakat has been ordained upon me to pay it, regardless to my tax return I'm doing. Tax would go for education, for roads, for military, for whatever. For food stamps for some, but not for all of them. We have to take care of them. The only way would teach me to help me when I'm fasting. I have to feed it. I have to do it. That's why we're taking upon ourselves that month-long, those time during the day in order to